I am responsible for driving growth of the company.
At the end of the day, you'll be able to produce the target.
Deliver the best service and products to our clients.
I'd rather work with them to come up with solutions.
At the core of it, we are a sales organization.
First and foremost, we would like to know more about you, sir. Can you tell us your name, your position, and what is your position here in
Sure.
WSI?
So I'm Oliver Ko. I'm the Solutions Group 5 head in WSI. So Solutions Group 5, mainly, we handle mostly cybersecurity products.
And how long have you been exposed to your specialization?
Probably 5 years.
5 years,
5 years.
all right. Can you walk us through your journey here in WSI?
So I started out as a management trainee. So for the first year, I've been all around the departments. I started with audit and then went around to marketing. I even joined the warehouse team. I joined the trucks delivered to our clients. I was able to join many departments, even purchasing, operations, collections, and all these things, just to get a sense of how WSI works in a holistic aspect, not just the sales part. And then lastly, I ended in a sales role because at the core of it, we are a sales organization, being a distributor. And that's when I started being exposed to products. So the first product I sold actually was an enterprise storage called Tin3. And then eventually I handled products like SketchUp and V-Ray, which are still under our portfolio. And then back in 2019, I think it's the first time that we handled, in my group, cybersecurity products, so Sophos and Ubico. And from those two cybersecurity products, we now have 8 in my group. Yeah.
That's a lot for your handling. So what does a typical day for an assistant vice president look like?
Yeah, so it varies in a week, but in general, you'll see we have client meetings, right? I think at the core of it, we are salespeople. And we're here for our customers, so it's important that we're always exposed to them to understand what their requirements are, to expose what products that we have. Also, we have internal alignment. As you know, being a group head, we have product managers, we have salespeople under us, we even have technical and marketing people. So we align with different departments to make sure that we get to our common goal, which is to deliver the best service and products to our clients. We also have vendor meetings. Nowadays, it's so easy to meet our vendors because of the technology that are available to us, plugging in Microsoft Teams. So that's a typical day for me.
You said that you had your services to meet your clients' needs. And what are your products that you're currently managing, and what makes them stand out in the industry?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, it's most of the products I handle are actually all of them are related to cybersecurity. And what makes them stand out? So each of them have their own unique niche and solution that they offer, right? Every product, you have to understand that there's a problem that they solve, and that's what makes them unique. But in general, all of them combined, they're to counter the cybersecurity threats or make organizations a safer place. Because as you know now, everything is digital, and therefore one of the biggest currencies, especially not just of organizations but also of individuals, is our personal data. And that is actually currency right now, right? And that's why it's very lucrative for cybersecurity bad actors to find ways to get access to your data. And therefore, we have to beef up our protection, and therefore products like the cybersecurity products that we offer exist, and that's what we offer to our clients.
What are the most common cybersecurity threats, and how can businesses protect themselves?
Yeah, there's actually a lot, but I guess the most common, whether in an enterprise or a personal point of view, is phishing. As you're aware, phishing is trying to get access of your credentials, right? Whether it's like socially engineering to trick you, to give you your legitimate credentials so that the threat actors will use that to log in your account and use that in many forms to gain money or to gain information. How do businesses protect themselves? First, of course, it's a matter of 3 things. As with all technology, it's always with the process, the people, and the product. So you can buy some products, for example, the YubiKey that's directly protecting you from phishing. It's the only product guaranteed to give you 0% phishing. But at the same time, even if you buy products for your employees or yourself, if you're not educated, right, it's very hard to evade the tactics of the threat actors. So you need to be educated as well, know how to spot phishing attacks. So we have products like Sophos that train our customers how to spot phishing attacks, how does it affect the organization, and therefore you should be aware. And lastly, again, the people, part of the awareness has to be there, because even if you give them the product, even if you give them even if there's a process, but you don't train them, it's all useless. So those three have to work together.
Where do you see the cybersecurity market in the next 5 years?
Okay, actually, it's one of the fastest growing, component of IT. So I think I've read somewhere that the compounded annual growth rate of the cybersecurity industry is in the 14%, compared to the growth of IT in general, which is 8%. That's much faster, right? So in the next 5 years, if you compound it, that's a big opportunity for everyone. But at the same time, the implication of that is that the reason why it's gonna grow that much, because the threats will also evolve, right? If the products are evolving, that's because they foresee the threat actors are also evolving. So it might be more complicated. There might be more attackers, but I can confidently say I think the vendors will also catch up to that. So there'll be business for everyone. At the same time, there'll be a lot of options for the end users to pick from. And there might be some issues that they have in terms of cybersecurity that might not have solutions right now, but I'm sure in the next 5 years, there will be a lot of point solutions. Another thing is, I think where it's shifting to, before, vendors are just selling the product itself. But one of the biggest gaps in the industry is that there are no skills. So for example, in our organization, do we have a cybersecurity expert, right? How many cybersecurity analysts, how many cybersecurity experts are there in the Philippines? Do we even have courses, to train students to get into that field, right? And therefore, vendors now are capitalizing on this. They're selling the service. We'll do the cybersecurity threat hunting for you. We'll do the protection for you, not just the product. So that's, I think, where the industry is going.
What are your future plans, your goals here in WSI?
Just hit my targets every year. No, but kidding aside, of course, we want to hit our targets. But at the end of the day, we are here to serve our clients, right? And therefore, I think the plans, I think we're all aligned, whether from our president or the VP, we want to make it easier to transact with WSI. And we want to make sure that whatever is the future, whatever technology is required in the future, WSI will be here to offer it. Just to give an example, we weren't very deep into cybersecurity up until probably 8 to 10 years ago, but our president knew that this was the trend, and therefore we invested and partnered with vendors offering that. Right now, the buzzwords are AI, and also, of course, we are making sure that we are partnering with vendors who are at the forefront of AI. For example, Microsoft, they just launched their Copilot and all these things. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sir Oliver, for your wise words in regards to cybersecurity. And do you have any last message for our WSI followers? So cybersecurity, I think, is not just a responsibility of the organization. It's a personal responsibility, because you yourself have a lot to lose and a lot to gain by protecting, your own data, your personal information, not just your outright financial resources, but also your information. So I think it's good practice to really consider cybersecurity in your day-to-day, protecting your email, making sure you have security tokens to protect your accounts, make sure that you are aware of not clicking on phishing links. At the same time, you extend that responsibility to your families, right? Especially now, the targets are people of older age, probably our parents. They're not as used to this. They didn't grow up in the digital age. It's our responsibility to also extend our knowledge of cybersecurity to them. So I encourage everyone to really take cybersecurity
personally, and make sure that in whatever way they can, not just in relation to their organization, invest in protecting their own personal data.
All right. Before we wrap up this, can you kindly tell us your products again?
So the products that we have are Sophos, Ubico, Jump Cloud, Security Scorecard, Quantum, Edgeo, Data Resolve. I'm missing one. Quest, right? So and all of them are again related to cybersecurity. If you have any inquiries related to that, please reach out to sales@wsiphil.com.ph or just go to our website.